It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wildcard Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mobley. And
they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now Jackson on second down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
A gain of 8 there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some free receivers. That time, the defense won.
Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Achane.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And taken right on the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now to be...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 7. Achane on the counter.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tackle rule being gone makes defense is a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Mobley. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here. Quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 43 yards.
And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
He'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So a great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Back to throw again. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Jackson. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
That's caught by Mingo right side.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Second and 10.
Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson, staying on his feet. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Flowers going to go in motion right.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 45.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, Mobley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. The tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Mobley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll set up to throw.
Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. He's still on his feet.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 57 yards.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
Lutz with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. They blanketed everyone on that play. They're able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Jackson now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Now a give, right side. Mobley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mobley. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think. Right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. Here's Achane to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
It's an on the run now.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They go play action here on first down.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Running right, here's Achane.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Mobley breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Nifty move. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 35-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. Mobley. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This secondary as a unit, they worked really well together, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Tucker's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At their own 45-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Back to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane. Here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Now Jackson. They'll air one out deep for Mingo.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts. But this one is going to wind up incomplete.
And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. Jackson. Oh, it's deep for Duvernay.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT, because you just want to settle in as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, what a time to come up with a play like that. Remember, though, with the updated playoff rules, you can't win it on this drive. But you sure can give yourself a leg up if you can finish this one off in the end zone.
They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead with H.M. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They'll run. H.M. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, the defense coming through there, CD, with a big-time play, and they're getting close here to getting off the field and giving their offense a chance to win this ball game.
Hey, partner, no one's cheering louder after that play than their offensive teammates because they understand how different things would be if instead of going out and needing a touchdown to tie things up, they could run out there with a chance to win the game right there.
Now, this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So they say forget the field goal and the lead. They're going for the win in OT here on 4th and goal. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here in the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 2nd down now, Mobley. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.